So here I am on a Thursday evening, and I've done it to myself again. It's got to do with this writing that I do. And you see, I've gotten to the point long since that I really don't like doing it anymore. And the only reason I do is because I get paid for it. But because I don't like doing it, I have been putting it off more and more every time. And so I get down to like the day before deadline, and that's when I start slamming into it, and I have to stop everything else I'm doing and just try to slam through this crap and get it done, get it out of there, and so on, so I can get paid for it and get it out of my way, and I can go back to doing the things I want to do. And the problem is this waiting to the last minute thing. It just makes it that much more stressful. It makes it that much more difficult to come up with something passable for each assignment, something that at least within its own context makes sense, and so on, and yet still manages to use the anchor text that they want for a link, which is ridiculous in some cases, in a lot of cases. I mean, I realize they want to rank for these keywords, but try writing something with keywords that you would use in a search, especially when you're looking for a particular product or service. You know, try writing something that makes sense, and do it for like 6 or 7 years, and all that time trying not to duplicate yourself. It's not so easy. But I've got like 7 of these things left. I've gotten 3 of them done so far today, I think, which is pretty good, all things considered. It's crap. The writing is pure crap, I know it is. Which is why I don't advertise it. I don't share links to it or anything like that, because if I wasn't obligated by contract to leave them up for the life of the blog, I would delete them. And someday I will be in a position where I can delete them. Anyway, back to the grind. Oh boy. Well, I've got the pile of writing assignments down to 6, and I'm going to be working on it more tomorrow, of course, because most of them are due tomorrow. In the meantime, well, I would say an old friend has returned, but this is no friend. The wonderful adventure I have with pain in my jaw is flaring up again for the first time in 2 or 3 months or something like that. It's been a while, I know that. And that's made it very, very, very difficult to focus on writing or actually anything productive. And instead I've been just watching a lot of videos on YouTube. And one thing I've gotten back into is I've been watching a lot of Orbiter 2010 videos recently. Because yes, I am still very interested in that, and in recent weeks I have been taking an occasional practice run in an attempt to actually be able to do the Mars landing at Olympus base. You know, to do an actual 3rd recorded attempt wherein I actually land at the base. You know, because if you'll recall, those of you that may have seen it, in the first attempt it was very much a crash and burn, or perhaps burn and crash, because it was in that order. And in the second attempt I managed to land, and I was some long distance away from the base, using the main engines to drive across the surface of Mars to get to the base. And I believe I ran out of fuel or something like that. And I really want to do one more shot at that and actually successfully land at the base. And I'm going to be doing it sometime soon. I'm hoping to actually get enough practice runs in to where I can confidently go in there and do this thing and get it done sometime next week. That would be good, I think. Just to actually finally beat that thing and actually successfully land on the landing pad with at least some fuel left. Because after that, I've got in mind another mission that should be interesting, I think. And speaking of orbiter, you know, I realize that a lot of people don't think that orbiter is all that interesting of a program, but I'll tell you what, there is a certain level of skill involved, and a good example, and I have to look up the title for this. There's one particular video. The title of it is Kennedy Space Center to Ascension Island, 19 minutes 58 seconds, flight by Agent Gonzo. And I'll link that in the description. You want to see a demonstration of amazing skill. Now, the video is made from an orbiter flight recording, and it was sped up 3 times. Otherwise it would actually be 19 minutes 58 seconds long. But from Kennedy Space Center to Ascension Island is something a little over 5,000 miles or something like that. Now you imagine making that flight in just under 20 minutes. This has got to be the craziest, most mad skilled flyer I have ever seen. Because he takes off, gets lined up on his course and goes into a really crazy steep climb. And, well, at one point, when he reaches main engine cutoff, he's traveling at roughly Mach 34. Something like, well, okay, during the super cruise he reaches Mach 34. And at main engine cutoff he's going 11.5 kilometers per second. He's going so fast at 70 kilometers altitude that he has to be flying inverted in order to get a little bit of negative lift to keep from being flung out into a solar orbit, because he's actually moving faster than escape velocity. And his re-entry is just as spectacular. I mean, he turns on his final approach at Mach 2. On final approach, about 3 kilometers altitude, something like that, moving at Mach 2, and from liftoff to wheel stop, 19 minutes 58 seconds. That is one of the most impressive flights I've ever seen. I've watched that video 40-50 times at least, and it just never gets old. So if you're interested at all in flight simulations and stuff like that, take a look at that video. You will be impressed. I guarantee it. Well, it seems that I might be actually getting off easy with the jaw pain this time, because while the gum is still swollen somewhat, it's not as bad as it was, and it's not hurting near as much as it did yesterday. That's right, that was yesterday. And so, here it is, Friday evening, just about 7 o'clock. The Video Zen's live stream is supposed to start somewhere around 8 o'clock, and I still have 3 more pieces of crap to write between now and then. You know, because I need to get that stuff done. It's due tonight, and if I start watching the stream before I finish that stuff, I'll never finish it. You know how that is. Meanwhile, the next Orbiter 2010 video looks like it might just happen sometime soon, and I'm actually optimistic about the results of that particular landing attempt. We'll see. Well, I had actually intended for there to be more clips in this. It was supposed to, I really wanted to get some recordings done yesterday and the day before, and I didn't. Mostly because I really wasn't feeling very good. You know, when you have to run and do the old call the Irishman thing, as in, oh, look, then you don't really think very much about picking up a video camera. Instead, I just said to heck with it and went to sleep. I did yesterday manage to get a couple of videos up. One of them was a Flying with TFC episode with the third try on the Olympus landing, and I know the video quality on that wasn't very good, but I wanted to put it up anyway because the result of the mission was very good. It was actually probably the best landing I've ever done, I think. And then, of course, there was the Journey to the Far Lands. That episode is up. And I think tomorrow I'll be recording more of those. And I'm hoping that this hideous, monstrous lag problem that I've had lately will let up either on TechCraft or Hermitcraft FTB so that I can get some more stuff recorded on either, or hey, how about this? Both. In the meantime, I think unless something else comes up that I think of that needs to be said, then I'm going to say take it easy, thanks for watching and all that good stuff, because right now I'm waiting for episode 273 of my Minecraft adventure to render, and it just started a little while ago, and it's probably going to take at least 2 hours for it to render, and that has to finish before I can get the editing and rendering done on this video, which is why it is hideously late, but at least it got done. Anyway, thanks for watching, take it easy, I'm out of here.